Now, we've got this COVID-19 pandemic going on. People are getting outside, and of course, you're taking your pets. What do we need to be careful of when we go out there?
Yeah, so that's the silver lining of all this is that we're spending more time with our pets, and we're spending more time with our pets outside. But we want to take some precautions because, unfortunately, we can't prevent the parasites that are outside. And we want to keep our animals healthy so our people are healthy too. So we really want to take some preventative measures to keep our pets healthy from and safe from mosquitoes, fleas, and ticks.
Well, I hear you. And I know that fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes can also pose some threats to our animals' health. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so they can do a few things. They can kind of run the gamut. So fleas are going to cause skin issues, itching, of course, in some severe cases, anemia, and they can even carry tapeworms. Ticks, just like in people, can carry Lyme disease, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, and Ehrlichia. But the most important in my mind is mosquitoes because they can carry heartworm disease, which is not something that people have to worry about. But in dogs, that's a fatal disease if left untreated. So all of these things carried by fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes, the good news is they're almost 100% preventable if we pet owners just take a few precautions.
Well, that's good news because we all want to take care of our animals. So what tips do you have for keeping the pests away from our pets?
Yeah, so the best thing to do is to keep your pet on a monthly parasite preventative product. That way they're going to have lower chance of being exposed to them, but if they do, they're not going to be able to have, if they get bitten or infected, those are going to be dealt with right away if they're on one of those products. Now, we can't prevent everything in our environment, so it's important also if you're taking your dog out into a wooded area, you want to make sure to check them for ticks when they come back. And even in our own backyards, it's important to create an environment that's safe for our pets and for our people. So you want to make sure to keep your grass short. You want to remove any brush piles because fleas and ticks can hide in those places. If you have garbage cans outside, you want to keep them with a tightly covered lid so we're not inviting raccoons and squirrels and their parasite hitchhikers into our yards. And you want to make sure that you're picking up your pet's waste and disposing of it properly on a regular basis.
Now, can we actually catch anything from our pets? I've always wondered about that.
Yeah, the good news is as far as these parasite diseases that we're talking about today, it's really, really rare. So we can't catch any of the diseases that are spread by fleas and ticks. So if our dogs get those conditions, they can't give them to us. They can't give us heartworm disease, so that's great. But the parasites that we worry about that can be transmitted from pets to people are intestinal parasites, so things like roundworms and hookworms. And the way that people get those is they have to come in contact with contaminated soil or contaminated fecal material from any animal, but especially from our pets. So it's important, that doesn't happen too often is a good news, but it is possible. So mostly we're worried about that contaminated soil. So again, we want to make sure if our pet's on a monthly preventative product, they're going to be getting dewormed every month anyway, and they're going to have less likelihood of developing those conditions. If we're picking up their stool when they go in our backyard and disposing of it, that also greatly reduces the chance that they would our people would come in contact with that contaminated soil.
Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. So anyway, I don't want that anyway. So where can we learn more? I mean, where's some more information so we can do our own research?
Absolutely. So your veterinarian is always going to be the best source of information because they know your pet, they know your pet's specific medical history, and they know your geographic area and like what the challenges and risks are in your area. So they're going to be able to work with you to customize the perfect, parasite protection plan or product for you to use. But if you're looking for some online information, there's some great tips and info on how to protect your pets at protectyourdognow.com.
All right, sounds good. And my little old lab is sitting here next to me wagging her tail.
Aww.
She approves of your message.
Good. She deserves a treat. She gets extra ones from me today.
Yeah, she needs one. All right. Well, listen, thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day. Some really good info here. Appreciate it.
You too. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.